For every fiscal year, the executive branch produces a single, detailed plan showing how the government intends to spend taxpayers' money. It's called the National Expenditure Program, or NEP. In this video, I'll explain what the NEP is, who prepares it, the legal rules that require it, and the step-by-step process, from macroeconomic assumptions and the DBM budget call, through agency proposals, to the final submission to Congress and the passage of the General Appropriations Act. I'll also show what information the NEP contains: programs, projects, UACS line items, three-year estimates, and how Congress and oversight bodies scrutinize it. By the end, you'll understand where the numbers come from, who decides priorities, and why the NEP is central to public accountability. The National Expenditure Program, or NEP, is the executive branch's detailed proposed spending program for the coming fiscal year, the document that supports the president's proposed budget and shows how agency programs, projects, and activities will be financed and implemented. The NEP is prepared and published by the Department of Budget and Management, or DBM, and is submitted with the Budget of Expenditures and Sources of Financing, called the BSF, and the President's Budget Message as the basis for congressional review. The 1987 Constitution requires the President to submit a budget of expenditures and sources of financing to Congress within the time frame set by the Constitution, commonly interpreted as within 30 days from the opening of every regular session. The NEP, together with the BESF and the Budget Message, fulfills that constitutional requirement and forms the President's proposed national budget. The national budget cycle is usually described in 4 phases: budget preparation, macro targets set, DBM issues the budget call, agencies prepare proposals, budget authorization or legislation, NEP plus BSF submitted to Congress, committees review, hold hearings, and Congress passes the General Appropriations Act, or GAA. Budget execution, DBM issues allotments and agencies implement programs, procure and disperse funds. Accountability, internal and external audit by COA, reporting and oversight. The NEP is the main output of the preparation phase and becomes the working document for the authorization phase. Below is a practical, stepwise walkthrough of how the NEP is actually produced. DBCC, or macro assumptions. The Development Budget Coordination Committee, DBM, DOF, NEDA, BSP representatives, sets macroeconomic assumptions: GDP growth, inflation, revenue outlook, deficit target, borrowing plan. These figures establish the resource envelope agencies can plan within. Budget call, or National Budget Memorandum. After macro targets are set and approved, the DBM issues the budget call, National Budget Memoranda or circulars, that sets priorities and ceilings, prescribes the 2-tier submission formats, and provides calendar and timelines for agencies to prepare their agency budget proposals, or BP forms. Agencies must align proposals to national priorities and the budget priorities framework. Agency budget preparation, BP forms, 2-tier approach. Agencies prepare budget proposals. Tier 1 equals baseline or continuing commitments. Tier 2 equals new or priority programs that must be justified. Proposals contain program descriptions, targets, cost estimates, and supporting documents. Technical hearings and negotiations. DBM holds technical budget hearings with agencies to vet assumptions, check program readiness and compliance. For example, whether Tier 2 projects are implementation ready or cleared by NEDA if required. DBM negotiates ceilings and may reprioritize items. Compilation, DBM consolidates agency proposals and compiles the NEP, the detailed program-level expenditures, and the BF, Budget of Expenditures and Sources of Financing, the top-level figures showing expenditures and how they are financed. The NEP supports the BSF. The BSF is the Summary Financial Plan. The NEP contains the program-by-program details that justify the numbers. Cabinet or President Review. DBM and DBCC present the NEP and BSF to the Cabinet and President for final approvals and prioritization. Submission to Congress. The President, through DBM, transmits the NEP plus BSF plus budget message to Congress as the proposed national budget. In practice, the DBM conducts a ceremonial turnover to both chambers when it files the NEP and BSF. The NEP is a program and performance-oriented document. Key structural elements typically include strategic objectives and program descriptions, what the spending aims to achieve, 3-year expenditure program, current year plus forward estimates, program expenditure classification, or pre-EC, program-based presentation, shows funding by program or output rather than only object of expenditure. UACS, Unified Account Code Structure, line item codes for each appropriation. Performance indicators and targets, outputs and outcomes, tied to each program and project. Detailed lists of projects and multi-year commitments, project identification, location, implementing agency, funding needs by year. These details are what Congress and technical offices use when doing line-by-line scrutiny. DBM makes volumes and Excel files publicly available, NEP volumes 1 through 3, and the NEP Excel dataset. On receipt, the NEP and BESF are referred to the House and Senate committees on appropriations and other relevant committees for specific items. Technical review and hearings. Committees hold sessions with DBM and implementing agencies, questioning allocations, project readiness, and performance targets. Legislative technical offices, LBRMO, CPBRD, committee technical staff, produce assessments. Floor action and bicameral conference. Each chamber debates and may adopt amendments, insertions, and adjustments. Differences between House and Senate versions are reconciled in a bicameral conference committee. Passage and presidential signature. The reconciled General Appropriations Bill, or GAB, is passed by both chambers and sent to the President to become the General Appropriations Act, or GAA. Note: while Congress can modify the proposal, the President's BSF and NEP remains the executive's baseline. After GAA enactment, DBM issues allotments and notices of cash allocation, or NCA, to agencies so they can obligate and disperse funds. Release mechanisms and rules are in DBM circulars and budget ops manuals. Procurement and implementation. Agencies implement projects. Procurement, contracting, project delivery. Multi-year projects follow the programmed disbursement schedule in the NEP and BSF. Audits and reporting. COA audits and agencies submit reports on obligations and disbursements to ensure accountability and prevent misuse. Undisbursed appropriations are tracked. Congress and oversight bodies review performance and results. Performance-informed budgeting, NEP increasingly links funding to results, outputs and outcomes, not just inputs. Two-tier budgeting. Tier 1 equals baseline or continuing obligations. Tier 2 equals new or expanded programs that require stronger justification and implementation readiness. Limited fiscal space. BSF analyses often show automatic appropriations. Mandatory spending and ongoing PAPs take large shares of the budget, leaving constrained room for new items. Watch the BESF for sectoral allocations and fiscal flexibility. Quick verification and reference documents include DBM National Expenditure Program page with NEP volumes and Excel, DBM Basic Concepts covering Constitutional Requirement, Section 22, Article 7, and Budgeting Process Guidance, BSF Official DBM Publication and Tables, and Legislator's Guide and CPBRD Technical Notes on how Congress analyzes the NEP.
The annual national budget in the Philippines is not just a spreadsheet of numbers, it is a law called the General Appropriations Act, or GAA. The process begins when the President submits the National Expenditure Program and the budget of expenditures and sources of financing to Congress. In the House of Representatives, the Committee on Appropriations holds extensive hearings where agencies defend their budgets. The bill then goes to the plenary for debates and amendments before final approval. Next, the Senate Finance Committee reviews the measure, conducts its own hearings, and prepares the Senate's version. After plenary debates and voting, the Senate passes its version of the General Appropriations Bill. Because the House and Senate almost always approve different versions, a bicameral conference committee is formed to reconcile discrepancies. The Bicam prepares a report that must be ratified by both chambers without further changes. The enrolled bill is then transmitted to Malacanang for presidential action. The President can sign it into law, veto specific items, or allow it to lapse into law after 30 days. Once enacted, the General Appropriations Act serves as the government's legal authority to spend public funds for the year. This is how the NEP evolves into the GAA, a process that reflects checks and balances, political negotiation, and the power of the purse.